Hi everybody, Sanban, and welcome to my channel. Do make sure that you are subscribed and also do like the video. Please, you guys, make sure that you are also subscribed to my other channel, so that you can catch up with the gossip, okay? Listen, Real Housewives of Durban season 5 is here, okay? It is on Showmax. So if you have Showmax, you would have watched the first episode, you guys. I haven't seen anybody debate to post my episode on YouTube or on Facebook. So I obviously don't know where to get the episode besides Showmax. So don't ask me for the episode. I don't know also where to get it except for Showmax, you guys. So we're going to talk about what happened with episode 1. We have some, OGs that have come back, of course, and we have some not so OGs, but kind of old cast. But then we also have some newbies, okay? And listen, you guys, it was a good episode 1. But I usually get some, goosebumps with episode 1, and I didn't have any. And I wasn't happy with the fact that I didn't get no goosebumps with my Real Housewives of Durban episode 1. I really didn't get any, you guys. I didn't get any goosebumps. And I was like, what kind of Real Housewives of Durban episode 1 doesn't give... What kind of episode 1 of RHOD that does not give me goosebumps? Where are my goosebumps for episode 1? Okay, I wasn't happy with that. I wasn't happy with this, with the fact that I wasn't like, I didn't feel that, you guys. But it was still a good episode 1, you guys. I did like the fact that they decided to give us that vow renewal, Jojo. It's almost like we got to see their wedding, even though we were not part of their original wedding, Jojo and Bobe. Okay, listen. My relationship with Jojo is always the same every season. Every season I begin with me remembering why I liked Jojo when she originally was introduced to Real Housewives of Durban. Okay, I was like, okay, it's nice to have Jojo. She's like a new addition. When she was first introduced, she was like a new addition. I like the playful side of Jojo. She's a lovely person. And every season, by the end of the season, I always end up not liking Jojo. Okay, so every first episode of every season, I'm loving Jojo, and the last episode, I'm not liking Jojo. Okay, there's always a reason for me not to like Jojo by the end of the season. And every season, by the time it ends, Jojo is quitting the show, and I'm like, listen, quit already. Okay, I've had enough. And then when the season starts, I'm like, why is she back? But then when it starts, I'm like, okay, I'm okay with Jojo. But then it's the same every season, you guys. I'm glad that she is back because I feel like when it comes to Real Housewives, you guys, we do need to have those wives that are rich, And I think that if we don't have Sorisha and Jojo, then we are going to have housewives where we are like, are you rich or are you rich? We can't just have those only, okay? We do have to have housewives that we are sure these ones are rich. Like, okay, we have nothing to question here. We know they can pay their own bills, okay? We know we can have, maybe some private jets, okay? We're going to have some helicopters, okay? Okay? And then you can have some wives where you're like, okay, we know they have money, but are they rich, okay? So obviously Jojo brings that and Sorisha brings that, and then we can have the others. You understand what I'm saying, okay? And then, of course, we always need Nonku back for that element, yet drama. Okay, Nonku is always going to say the wrong thing, and Nonku is always going to say something, and then the next episode she's going to forget that she said it, and she's going to deny that she said the thing, and that is going to cause drama. Nonku is going to not want anybody else to be friends with Jojo, and that is going to cause drama. Nonku is going to forget everything that she said last season, even though she has Showmax. She can go and watch the episode from last season and remember everything that she said last season. She's going to pretend that she doesn't have Showmax. So she's going to pretend that she doesn't have Showmax. She can't go and watch herself and watch the things that she said about other people last season, okay? And that is going to, cause drama. So we need to know, you guys. She always carries every season when it comes to drama. So Sorisha and Jojo, we need the rich housewives. And then Noku, we need her just to carry the show in terms of drama. And then we need everybody else because we can't just have three housewives. It wouldn't work. So we need everybody else. We need Angel, even though most people were saying that they don't understand why she's back. We need Angel, you guys. We just need those comebacks, okay? If she can give us those one-liners like she did last season, okay? She mustn't try too hard, though, because then it's going to it might not work like last season, okay? We need the blue cressida kind of shade that she was throwing last season. I'm definitely happy that she is back. I still don't understand with Zama, you guys. I haven't been able to find any information in terms of like, did she quit the show? Was she fired? What happened? Like, why is Zama not back? Because I thought she was going to be back. I'm happy not to have Maria, okay? I'm happy not to have Maria. I didn't feel like we needed her back, okay? I was like, she's not back, okay. If I don't see Neil this season, I'm like the happiest person because I did feel like Neil could not differentiate between the fact that yes, you are a gay guy, but you are a guy. At the end of the day, I felt like when she was among women, that's the confusion. If I'm confused myself, when he was among women, like he would act like he's a woman himself. Like he'd be confronting women like you are a man. Like you can't be like face to face with a woman in a confrontation like that. That doesn't work like that, sir. Okay, go and confront other men. So I felt like he had that issue with being part of the cast. So if I don't see Neil this season, I am okay. Okay, I'm okay not to see Neil. Okay, I actually even prefer to even see Rowan coming back than to see Neil coming back. So I am cool with that, you guys. Now, here is the thing. Nonku starts every season with a prayer and she celebrates again. Every time Nonku doesn't have a boyfriend, she celebrates. And I'm like, Nonku, you are not celibate, ma'am. You just don't have a man. Okay, that is not being celibate. You just don't have a man. The minute you get a man, you're going to be back doing the things of the SEX. Okay, you just are not having the SEX because you don't have a man. That is not being celibate. Okay. Don't go be like I'm born again. I'm not being involved in things of the world because I'm serving the Lord Jesus Christ. I am married to the Lord. I am married to the Lord. And I'm like, no, it's because you are single and you can't find yourself a man right now. Okay. There is the issue right now. As soon as you find yourself a man, you'll be back in the shit, honey. Okay. She'll be killing me with that whole thing of, I'm celibate, I'm married to God, okay? And the thing is, Unoko will be starting a season being like, I am new, I am forgiven, that season, I feel it in my soul, I feel it in my spirit that this season is going to be different, but she'll be the one that will be causing most drama. And now, you guys, we have another person. We have a new cast member that is also married to a pastor and is also a pastor. And it feels like those are the two people that will be causing most drama, okay? Listen, the born-again Christians be confusing us sometimes. And it's going to be interesting that those are the two people that looks like will be having conflicts this season. But they are the ones that are doing the peaceful... I don't know, you guys. So this episode, we got to see Jojo. Basically, the whole episode, it was Jojo preparing for the vow renewal. It's their 10th year anniversary, Jojo and Kelvin, and they are doing the ceremony. It's almost like they're doing the wedding, you guys. And I like that, you guys, they just put it in one episode so it doesn't become like the thing. Sometimes they will be doing the vow renewal on Real Housewives, but it's like the season will be about them doing the planning of the vow renewal. And then at the end of the episode, that's when you see the ceremony. But they just put it in one episode where they are planning it. So we went and we saw the venue, beautiful venue. and the dress fitting, everything was in one episode, and we actually saw the ceremony in one episode. Okay. She says, Jojo, when she first met Calvin, people used to think that she was a gold digger. I never really got that from Jojo. I think that from the time that they were introduced on the show, I've always felt like Jojo loves Calvin and Calvin loves Jojo. And obviously Calvin came with money and Jojo enjoys the money. Okay. Like, who wouldn't? Listen, if my husband happened to have the millions right now, I would definitely enjoy the millions, okay? I love my husband very much, but if he happened to become a billionaire right now, I would definitely enjoy the billion, even though I love him very much. It does not mean that if you enjoy the money that your husband has, then you don't love them, you are just a gold digger. So I never got the thing of Jojo doesn't love Calvin just because she enjoys the money so much. So I think that they really do love each other, you guys. So they're celebrating their 10th year anniversary. Now, you guys, obviously at the beginning of every season, you do get that whole thing of people trying to repair relationships that fell apart last season. But it's also an indication that these women are not real friends, because if a friendship falls apart during the season and you have to wait for the cameras to fix that friendship, that is not a real friendship. It's a show friendship, you know, it's a camera friendship. Because if you really care about that person, you are not going to wait for the cameras for you to fix it. That is the thing about Jojo and Sorisha, because I do want to think that they genuinely have a friendship like between the two of them. But I'm sitting there thinking, why would you wait for so long to fix it? Why would you wait for let's say that the producers decided that the show was not worth pursuing anymore and they're not going to shoot another season. That means that Sorisha and Jojo were never going to come together to fix their friendship anymore. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. So I was like, these girls are not friends. Like, they're not, because why would you wait for so long to make that phone call to Sorisha to have a conversation? Even with Sorisha as well on her side, because she was having a conversation with Vivian about Jojo. She was saying, listen, she waited too long. She wishes that she had called Jojo and they had had a conversation. She was hurt because she says that the thing that hurt her about Jojo was when Neil, you remember when Neil was on a call with Maria, and she was saying the most horrible things about her being a side chick to Vivian, and that apparently Sorisha was a side chick to Vivian when Vivian was still married to his first wife, because Vivian was married before Sorisha. And Nonku on Dara session had called her SLUT. Yes, and everybody had laughed. So that's the thing that hurt her, Sorisha. Now, between seasons, they never called each other. They never send each other a message to say, this is what hurt me, let's meet and talk. That's a thing for me that makes me doubt that they are genuine about wanting to fix a friendship, because I feel like it must be a camera friendship then, because why wouldn't you fix it? Now, when Sorisha does discuss that with Vivian thinks that they should fix their friendship. Also, Jojo and Calvin do discuss it. Also, Calvin thinks they should fix the friendship. Apparently, Calvin and Vivian are friends, and also they do some things in business. So it's weird for them as well that their wives don't get along. So they think that they should fix the friendship. Now, Calvin ends up just dialing a phone to say, listen, it's about time you guys fix the friendship. Let me call Sorisha. Dials the phone, and they end up calling Sorisha, which, you know, Jojo was nervous about, but she ends up saying, listen, I'm nervous here, but I'm thinking that we should meet and talk about, you know, what happened with us. And Sorisha is receptive to them sitting and talking about their relationship. But that's a thing for me that made me doubt that they are genuine is the fact that they waited so long. If I'm friends with you, then I should be able to do it without the camera. Maybe by the time the cameras came around, they should be telling us that, you know what, one day I was just sitting and thinking, you know, thinking about what happened between me and Sorisha, and I just called Sorisha and we talked, and you know, we fixed things. So I'm not sure, you guys, but I did. It was a good thing that they ended up calling each other. Now, about the Neil thing, you guys, Vivian said that, listen, he wasn't about to watch his wife being talked about in a way that Neil talked about, because he said that he had done some things for Neil, and apparently there was an event that he had done and he had involved Neil in that event, like business-wise, and he was disappointed that Neil had done those things to Sorisha. So when he went to the reunion and gave that warning to Neil, apparently he did. He agrees that he did. And he just was protecting his wife. Kelvin, Jojo's husband, agrees. Kelvin says, listen, if he did that to you, he's basically saying Vivian was right in doing that. He says that if Neil had done that to you, he says it to Jojo, I would have done the same thing. Maybe I would have done worse, you know. So Vivian was right in doing that, in saying, listen, if you say one more thing about my wife, I have something for you, okay? I will sue you, okay? So apparently they agree, the men agree that Vivian did the right thing. Listen, okay, I agree too, okay? Because I also thought that whatever the things that Neil was saying, they were horrible. And also he was saying it to a woman. What is Sorisha going to do to Neil? You know, because it's a woman's show. Oh. Anyway, maybe it's because I just didn't like Neil. I didn't like his involvement in the women's stuff, okay? But it was a good thing that Sorisha and Jojo ended up agreeing that they needed to sit down and talk about what happened with the two of them, okay? So, which was a positive thing, you guys. Now, we did end up meeting Ukwanele, which is a new cast member, when she was meeting with Angel. And I was trying to figure out, you guys, are they really friends with Angel? Because sometimes, you know, these women will come and say, Kwanela is my friend, and and then you find out they had never met, okay? It was just something that they're doing for production. So sometimes I'm trying to figure out, Kwanela, is she really friends with Angel Dela, or it's just for the show, for them to shoot this scene so that she can be the one to introduce her to the rest of the cast? So she's the one that is married to, is she the one that is married to the pastor? Oh, I don't know, you guys. Yes, I think she's the one. Anyway, you guys, we'll figure them out, okay? So she met with Angel Dela, and they were talking about the fact that they're going to go to an event at Jojo. And I like that Angel was saying, listen, there are ladies that I like and there are ladies that I don't like. I think Angel here was not sure if Maria is going to be part of, is coming to Jojo's event. And she said, listen, there are ladies I like, there are ladies that I don't like. But what I don't want you to do is to take my opinion or my views on the ladies. I want you to meet the ladies. Make your own mind about who you like and who you don't like, what friendship you want to pursue, what friendships you don't want to pursue. And then don't take what, you know, my views on the ladies. Make up your own mind about them and then pursue the friendships that you want to pursue, which I thought is a good thing to say when somebody is new on the show, because that happens sometimes when somebody is new on the show. Whoever introduces them, when they like the person will end up liking that person, and when they hate the person will pick up that beef as well, or support the beef when they don't take the time to get to know the cast themselves. Now, you guys, the meeting that I really liked was the meeting between Jojo and Sorisha, okay? Because I do think that there wasn't really things that like Jojo directly did to Sorisha, and then things that Sorisha directly did to Jojo, unless like it's my memory that doesn't serve me well. I think that Jojo was in a group that did things to Sorisha, and Sorisha was in a group of people that might have done things to Jojo. It was a group thing, okay, because it was this last season. It was this group, your Sorisha and Slee and Angel, and then it was this group of Jojo and Maria and Nonku. So it was this group versus this group, and this group did things to this, and then this group. But I don't think that Sorisha and Jojo directly did things to each other. So that's how the friendship ended up falling apart. It's like, why would you support people that are doing things to me? And this one, why would you support the group that did things to me? It was that kind of, a thing that made the friendship fall apart. But I don't remember them directly doing things to each other, unless I am forgetting some things. Maybe you guys will remind me in the comment section if there's something that Jojo did directly to Sorisha and vice versa. But I felt like they kind of feel like they owe each other, and they owe each other apologies. Okay, Sorisha did admit that she owes Sorisha admitted that she owes Jojo an apology for pulling back from a friendship, and Jojo kind of felt the same for being involved in that whole thing of Neil saying some things about Sorisha and her being involved in laughing, laughing at the things that Neil was saying. Okay. Now, when they finally sit down and have a conversation, you guys, I kind of felt like they had an understanding, because Sorisha explained how she was feeling about the situation. She also said that even the ex-wife ended up being involved in that, because obviously there was a mention of how Vivian was still with his ex-wife when Vivian started dating Sorisha. So she said it involved more people than they thought, and it involved a family as well. So it had more people than they thought. They thought they were just, shading Sorisha, but it was more than that. And Jojo did apologize, and I think they agreed to move forward. And Sorisha apologized, you guys, but it was almost like, I think Sorisha felt like Jojo was more wrong than she was. It felt that way to me. It's like, oh, it was like, I felt like Jojo's apology was more deeper than Sorisha's apology. I don't know, guys, more heartfelt than Sorisha's apology. It's almost like Sorisha felt like Jojo was more wrong than she was, but I felt like both of them felt like it is time to move on. So they ended up agreeing that they're going to leave everything behind, and they agreed that Sorisha was like, listen, I am going to try and separate our friendship from other people so they can be friends, besides how their feelings with those people. And also she said that she does not want to spend time with Neil and Maria, so they will have a friendship away from Also they talked about Nonku. She says Sorisha, she is mad at Nonku for calling her the S word, SLUT. I had forgotten about that, but Nonku they actually played a clip of Nonku calling her that. Okay, now the issue here is that Nonku, I think, cares more about being friends with Jojo than anybody else. So I don't even think that Nonku will want to make an effort to apologize to Sorisha, which is going to be a problem, because I think Jojo cares about the friendship with Sorisha. So I don't know how it's gonna work if Nonku doesn't want to sit down and work on that friendship with Sorisha, and Sorisha is now friends with Jojo, and Nonku has that thing of being possessive over Jojo and that friendship. I don't know how that's gonna work, you guys. I think it would work if Nonku is willing to sit down with Sorisha and they sort their things out, and then they can just all be friends as the OGs, even though Jojo is not really the OG, but she's the OG. She's the OG with the capital O and the small g. And then Nonku and Sorisha are the OGs with the capital O and the capital G. So they are all OGs. So if Nonku can sort things out with Sorisha, then they can all be OGs together. Okay. And then the newbies can be, you understand. So I don't know how that is gonna work, you guys. So yes. Now with the preparation for the vow renewal, obviously Ununku is like sort of like a bridesmaid, and the Uruwani, I guess Naye is a best man, kind of a thing. And they did go for a dress fitting. I knew, you guys, when they were going for a dress fitting, that whatever dresses that she was fitting, it was not going to be any of those dresses that she was going to wear. I already knew, because every time they do that on the reality show, they don't want to show the dress that they're going to wear at the wedding because they want to surprise us. So I already knew that it wasn't going to be any of those dresses. So at the dress fitting, Jojo ends up telling Unonku about the fact that she had a conversation with Sorisha, which Nonku is shocked about, because I think it worked for Nonku that Jojo and Sorisha are not friends, because she doesn't have to deal with Sorisha. So now that they've made peace, then she has to deal with Sorisha, because every event that Jojo has now, she will invite Sorisha, then Nonku will have to deal with Sorisha. Now, when it comes to Usli, she said that with Usli, Nonku doesn't want anything to do with Usli. Now, you guys, I've always had the feeling that Nonku doesn't like black friends. She does not like black women, okay? She will make every effort that she can to become friends with the white girls, the Indian girls, but she does not like black girls. It's just a thing with Nonku. I felt like that even with the girls trip. She does not like the black girls cast, okay? She won't make that much effort to be friends with the black cast, and she will throw them under the bus if there's an opportunity to do that. The only girls she would make an effort to become friends with, it's those that are not so black, okay? So that's why even last season I was shocked that there was a friendship that developed with Uzama, and I felt like that happened because Maria and Jojo liked Uzama. That's the reason that she became friends with Uzama, because she was liked by Maria and Jojo. So I don't feel like she makes much effort to be friends with the black girl. So it didn't surprise me that she said that she's not interested in making peace with Usli. But then Vele and Usli, she's not gonna be part of the show this season. So it works Vele for the show because she's not going to be there. And yeah, she was shocked by the fact that Jojo and Sorisha have made peace. And then Jojo was talking about this Ayanda that will be joining the show. She says that she has a new friend, Ayanda. And Nonku was not happy with the fact that there's some Ayanda that is now is friends with Jojo. I guess it's a new cast. It's a friend or it's a cast that will be introduced by Jojo to the show. And I also don't know if that cast member is really friends with Jojo, or Jojo has been chosen to be the one that will introduce her to the show. I'm glad, you guys, that they are not saying that they are not giving Unonku anybody to introduce to the show, because it's been disastrous. Every time somebody is introduced by Nonku always takes the opportunity to throw that person under the bus the first opportunity she gets. So Nonku must not introduce nobody to the show, okay? No friend of Nonku should be introduced to the show. We've seen it with Slee. We saw it with who's the other one? Konjubandlo Sisilo Ogu Construction. Yes. And there was Ogu Construction or season 1. Remember when Nonku expose the thing of Ayanda Ngwane and whatever, helping a side chick. Konusu construction or a lapan. Tobek. Yes, we've seen it with Tobek. And then who else? Yeah, but Nonku is not good at introducing people. She will abandon them the first the first opportunity she gets. Anyway, Now, you guys, when now they everybody's going to the vow renewal, and Sorisha is going with Lorraine Sitole. Oh, Lorraine is the one that is married to the pastor, guys. It's not the it's not the other one. Is married to the pastor, the one that arrived with Sorisha. Sorisha is also introducing Lorraine. Okay, so everybody's allocated somebody to introduce, except for Nonku. They were like, Nonku, no. They're like, Nonku is not good at this. No. So Nonku is married to a pastor. Also, they have a college where they train artisans. So it's like a busy woman. And she says she's known Sorisha for 3 years. She was introduced to Sorisha by Lonnie London, who's also going to be part of the show. And I was like, so you've been trying to get on the show for 3 years. You've been trying to get on the show for 3 years. And you guys, listen, get this season. We have married to the pastor who's a pastor. Then we have no the season. So they go to the vow renewal. Beautiful ceremony, you guys. They call the place Stone Heaven Castle. Like, I almost feel like that's why we are born a land out. It was a very beautiful castle, and the ceremony was outside. And like, oh no, they do this playful thing where they were throwing money, like fake money, when they were like flower girls. When they were, the bridal party, but they were doing it like they are flower girls or something, and it had Jojo's face on it, and it was cute, beautiful dress. Jojo, Calvin looked really handsome, and their son as well. And then instead of them exchanging vows, they had this thing where they had 2 teddy bears, because apparently when they first met, Calvin had bought Jojo a teddy bear. So their vows, they put it on a teddy bear. Behind the teddy bear, they had cut the teddy bears and put it in there. I thought it was a cute thing, instead of saying their vows. And then, you guys, beautiful. And apparently they're going to have a reception, which we didn't see. I think we're going to see it next week. So it really was a nice episode 1. Okay, nice peaceful episode 1. Nobody fighting. Okay. But I think that there's going to be just a smaller Nyana fights, because afterwards, when they are sitting down, Sorisha did ask Unonko about the S situation. It was the last time you called me S. Anyway, you guys, what I didn't mention is Unonko says, when Uncle Vivian was talking about suing O'Neill at the reunion, that she also got scared, because apparently everybody was there when he made that threat. He said, listen, he has set millions aside for anybody that was going to say anything about his wife. So Nonko ended up getting scared. That's why she didn't say much at the reunion. Okay. I was thinking about it, you guys, and I thought, I guess if you are, a cast member that doesn't have a man, and you're not married and you're single, and that threat is made and is not specific to say, you Neil, if you say anything about my wife, I will sue you. You can end up getting intimidated too in that setting. Maybe Uncle Vivian does owe women that were there that ended up getting intimidated or scared an apology, to say, listen, ladies, it was a heated moment at the time. Maybe it shouldn't, like, if you guys ended up getting scared, or in that moment, it wasn't meant for you, it was meant for one specific person. Because I did think, wow, that wasn't good, that women that were there without their partners ended up getting scared because of what was said, when it was actually meant for just one person. Even though someone else might say, but they should have known that thing was meant for Neil, not for them, But good really did say, she ended up getting scared. I don't have money for lawyers. If I say something and I say something wrong, they might come for me. So I'm just going to keep quiet and not say anything. So maybe Uncle Viv does owe the women that were there without their partners and apologies, to say, guys, it wasn't meant for you. It should have been directed to the person. Okay. But Neil should learn, which you don't speak to women, you don't speak about women the way that he was speaking last season. I don't even know why he thought it was okay to do that. Okay. He must not. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope we really get a good season, you guys. Oh yes, so Lonely London is coming. Not only Lonely London is coming, but Umini is coming from Igagas. Okay, Minute is coming from Igagas. Listen, you guys. When I saw Mini, I was like, because listen, ngiyabathanda abantu abaphapayo, but Umini uyapha Igagas. Umini, the one that does the breakfast show with Felix. And I was like, yo, even on radio, I can only take many in small doses, small dosages. So I can imagine, I was like, yeah. I hope I'll be able to, I'm just imagining it, I don't know how to feel about it. Okay, I hope it's not gonna be Papa schools will be read on, but maybe she will surprise us. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure you like it before you share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers.